council versus.
Although one is not an axe, it's not a splitting axe, it's a splitting wedge. Council versus Fiskars. If anybody's familiar, tap in, put in the comments which one you prefer. Fiskars is pretty popular, probably a little bit more popular than Council, but I think they are all decent splitting axes. But my preference is now Council. Once I start finding out about the Council axes, yeah, I haven't really used the Fiskars axes. The Fiskars is good. I'm not going to complain about the Fiskars axes, but the Council axes, they've been getting the job done. They have a little bit of better profile, in my opinion, and they have the weight, because I'd rather not use a maul. I really have grown to like having an axe in my hand versus a maul in my hand. And I had a really bad experience with one of these fiberglass handles that I don't like using the fiberglass handles anymore. I prefer a wooden handle axe, and that's it. You can have an axe versus a maul. I prefer an axe. You can have a wooden handle versus a fiberglass handle. I prefer a wooden handle. So it's just, as I get more into splitting wood, I start to get more like preferential in the way that I choose to split. So, I got maybe like 6 axes now. I got 4 right here, but I have 6 splitting axes. But Council versus Fiskars, and I definitely prefer the Council. I definitely want to hear what y'all have to say. I want to see, what's your opinion on that. All right, good Sunday morning, Speckling Richie, the mechanic, man. I appreciate you for tapping in. What's going on? All right. We doing Council versus Fiskars. So we got the Fiskars maul right here, and we'll go through using each one. I don't really use this one often at all, but I do appreciate that it has the sledgehammer feature right here on the back. So that's a good feature, but I don't really use this maul, even though it's definitely useful in getting through some of those knotty pieces. And then we have the Council 5 right here. So we'll go through each of these pieces. So we got the Council 5. All right, we'll put this right here. We have the Council 6, which I got not too long ago. I only used this one time. All right, so we got the Council 5 and we got the Council 6. I definitely wanted to try this out and see what people were saying in other videos, whether it has a better splitting profile than the Council 5. It has more weight to it, but I think this one has too thin of a profile towards the blade right here for this to be a better splitting axe. It has more weight, but I think the Council 5 has a better profile. But we can definitely change the profile up with some like a belt sander or something like that. All right, so Council 6 right here. Let's put that in some wood. But you can see it buries in some wood right there. It definitely comes, and these are stock right here. These are stock. All right, and then we got the Fiskars X27 right here. All right, which this has a smaller head on it, but it's a good splitting axe. It's a decent splitting axe. It just has a smaller head. And for that right there, I like the Council tools a lot better, because I would, that bigger head on the splitting axe makes all the difference. Makes all the difference. And the fact that this has a fiberglass handle on it for handling it really put a number on my hand. I feel like I had like nerve damage for like 2 or 3 months when I missed one time and I hit that fiberglass handle on a piece of wood, and it hit all handle, and that just reverberated into my hand, and my hand felt like it was like damaged, nerve damage, numb, everything you could think of. So that's like trauma for me right there. So just because of the fiberglass handle, even though it lasts longer and you're not going to have to keep rehanging your axe with a fiberglass handle, but that's pain. That's pain right there. So if you're not into that, you might want to work with a wooden handle. But yeah, Council versus Fiskars, and we're going to get some splitting. Let's get the splitting going. Just wanted to let y'all know, that's what we're doing, Council versus Fiskars. Okay, so let's get some splitting going. Because I just got another oak tree taken down in my front yard, a massive oak tree that was there for maybe, I was counting the rings, maybe like 75 to 80 years that oak tree was there. And we just got it taken down, and I kept a lot of the wood. The company that took it down, they weren't willing to bust up these rounds into 16 inches or less, so I only kept the rounds that were within a reasonable size. All right, so let's get to busting some of this stuff up right here. All right, let's get it. Oh, I gotta get my glasses. All right, let's get my glasses. All right, so we definitely need our safety glasses. Flies in the eye. I usually keep these in the car. Safety glasses, must. It is a must. Tinted, not tinted. Looks like I can find only the tinted ones. It's all good. All right. Here we go. It's time to bust up some wood. I've been doing this all day yesterday. Today, I was out here putting up another pull-up bar. All right, so I just put a permanent pull-up bar in the ground. Just finished putting that in. And I used the foam. Instead of cement, I used the foam in the ground and 4x6 posts. So if anybody's familiar or into fitness, you know, tap in your thoughts on that. Oh, nice. Nice piece off the rip, off the first slice. Big chunk off of there. And this is the Council 5 right here. We're working with the Council 5 first. Nice. Council 5. Middle. We're working our way around the outside perimeter right now. We're just chipping away. Outside perimeter. Let's get it. Chipping away. Nice. All right, and we're gonna bust some of these up a little bit more. Some of these are, you know, they're too chunky for me to stack like that. So we're gonna hit them again. But beautiful. Council 5. Look at this. Council 5. It's an amazing tool right here. I love the councils, and I didn't spend more than maybe 80 bucks for each one. Beautiful. And I'm not even going too hard. I'm putting maybe about 60% energy into this, and it's busting right off. Busting right off. Count it. Count it. Let's go. Let's work. Let's work. All right, let's put a little bit more gas on that one. That was probably like 50%. All right, that was maybe about 75% energy on that. Let's work. Let's work. And ate through that and buried into the bottom, you know, our bottom piece right here. Let's work. Let's keep going. Work. All right, come on. Put that work in. Just doing chores today. Sunday morning chores. Okay? Beautiful. Now it's time to tap again those pieces that we already split. Split them to proper size. Beautiful. Should we hit this again? It's a good piece. We might stand to hit it again. And I'll show y'all my stacks. Wrong angle. Come on, hit it again. Come on, let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful split right there. This is perfect firewood. All right. All this for the free. Just so y'all know, I ain't pay a single dime for any of the firewood you see. Not a dime. But we're going to heat the home with this wood for the free. Beautiful. Come on, let's get it. Let's work. Sunday morning chores. Like I said, we're working with the Council 5 right now. All right. I can put some of this in my gorilla cart right here. It's not an ad, because this has to get stacked with the rest of the wood. So make sure we're not doing double work. Just gonna keep stacking this in my cart right here. But council, we working with the council versus Fiskars. So this round right here, we splitting just with the council 5. This is all council 5 action right now. Okay. All right. Next, we'll go to the Fiskars X27. All right, and then we'll keep bouncing back and forth until we get to the tool that I prefer to use, and I'll let you know. All right, let's stack this wood. We got some good fire pieces right here, some good firewood. As I cook outdoors, you know, get ready to cook indoors and heat the home. Haven't done it yet, but we preparing for it. Still, council 5. Look at that, beautiful. And it's, look how easy it just buries into pieces. All right, love that. And this is how it comes stock. It's how it comes stock. And I ordered it through Amazon. Okay, so you know, you really can't beat that. All right, come on. Beautiful, beautiful firewood. It's been sitting for maybe like a week, maybe. This was cut fresh. It's been sitting for maybe a week. That's how I prefer it, man. Let it sit for a little bit and then get to it. I don't like to necessarily split fresh. Let it sit for at least a week, 2 weeks, and then it's a go. Look at that. We're gonna hit this one more time. One more time. Beautiful. That's what I like to see there. Okay. Got another piece right here, and then we're gonna see what we're talking about in the comments. Okay. Nice. Should we hit it again? Yeah, one more time. One more time. Come on, let's go time. Let's go. All right. So look, if you haven't been paying attention to the news, it's a lot of stuff going on in the world. Okay. Anybody that's been paying attention to the news, you might know that there have been attacks on 12 water facilities in the United States, hackers. All right, so we definitely need to be prepared for stuff, for events. All right, let's see, Speckling Richie. All right, bump the likes, chat. All right, it's hard work. Yes, Speckling Richie, man, my dude. All right, so definitely that's one thing I want to talk about, because I've been paying attention to the news. You got, like I said, attacks, cyber attacks on 12 facilities in the United States, water facilities. All right, from maybe foreign countries. We don't know the real deal on who did it, but it doesn't matter for us specifically, because we need to be prepared. Be prepared to have water for your family, safe water, you know, have contingency plans, have ways to be able to heat your home, have ways to be able to feed your family. So, you know, I got a lot of space where I'm doing a lot of growing. I just opened up a new garden enclosure this year. Got maybe 120 plus like tomatoes and peppers and all types of stuff that we're gonna do canning this year. So much stuff growing back there, aside from the stuff that we normally grow. You know, we got our fruit trees, 30 fruit trees, you know, our vegetables, our calorie veggies. But being prepared, that's really the goal, you know. All right, let's work. Come on. You know, are you prepared in case something happens? Or are you into price gouging? You know, just a victim, period. You know, do you have a way to protect you? Do you have enough food stored up? Can you heat your home in case the energy grid goes down? Or are you just a victim? I'm never a fan of just being a victim. I'm not a victim. And you see, this is easy work. letting the wood just dry for like a week, easy work. That was about 40%. Easy work. And just picking your spots. Like I said, this is the Council 5 right here. This easy work right here. All right, let's go. Come on. Up with it. Cracked them. Cracked them. All right, now we're going back for the pieces that need to be hit again. Let's work. All right, it's a tough day. It's a hot day. And I'm not going to be out here all day splitting firewood. I just took this time and was like, all right, I just finished putting up a pull-up bar. You know, if anybody wants to see that, I'll show y'all. But I just finished putting up my pull-up bar, and I'm letting the foundation set. I used the white foam, that white foam that you can use instead of concrete. You know, just roll up the bag, pop it, mix the two ingredients, pour it out, let it set, and use that instead of concrete. And that's what I use. So, you know, I started making it last night. This morning, I just set the second post. I made me a good pull-up bar for outside. So I'm gonna sell all my other like metal and steel pull-up bars that I got for outside. And I'm gonna stick with that wooden and just a metal, like galvanized steel pull-up bar, which I'm gonna come out here, you know, summer, spring, fall, winter, doesn't matter. Come outside and I'm putting in that work, just dressed for the occasion. Call that part of the lumberjack workout, I don't know. You know, I gotta come out here. Physical fitness is a priority, you know. Staying healthy for the family. Let's stack this wood. Come on. Stacking this in my cart, and then we're gonna carry that to its destination where it's gonna sit until it dries. All right, we got this resting on pallets. All right, now we're gonna hit this piece again right here. Let's see what we're talking about in the comments, okay? All right. Only 2 people? Okay. Let's put that work in. It's all good. The algorithm. That's what they say, right? The algorithm. All right, let's work. Regardless of who's watching, I'm out here putting in that work in regardless. Okay. See if we can get this piece to stand up. Nope. Let's flip it. All right, there it goes. Let's work. Okay. Let's work. There we go. Let's lay it down flat. We split it. It's all good. Work. Come on. Split this. Work. This one too. Work. That's it. Now we're gonna move to the second tool. So that's the Council 5. What we're gonna move to next? X27, we said. There we go. Let's get that out the way. Let's stack our wood so we don't build up too much of a mess. Yeah. Working. I mean, it's a light workout. Definitely come out here and we want to put our hypertrophy workouts. So our pull-ups, dips, push-ups, squats, deadlifts, you know, back extensions, all that good stuff. All right, let's work. So we got the X27 next. All right, so that's what we're working right now. We're about to switch over to Fiskars. We just working with Council. Let's switch over to Fiskars, and we working with the X27. Out, deuces. Okay, see you later. Appreciate it. All right. All right, let's work. So we were already buried in this piece right here. Let's keep it where we were at, and we're gonna take this piece right here. Oh shit. Let's go. All right. Here we go. X27, Fiskars. All right. Like I said, this one doesn't have as big of a head on it as the Council tools, so I think you got to put in a little bit more effort and work with these. All right, we got to pick our pockets too. Let's put a little bit more gas on that. We halfway split it, but there might be some knotting in there. Let's work. Let's work. We got a piece off. All right. Come on. We got some knotting right here. That's a knot right there. So it's gonna be hard to take that piece off. Might have to work around it. Come on, one more time. It's there. It's there. We're gonna count that. Count it. Come on, let's work. There we go. All right, let's keep working. Spin it. Keep working outside. Yeah, it's a little bit of a knotty piece. It's not a perfect piece to cut. So, regardless of the matter, after this piece, we're gonna go again and see if we can get a good piece to work with, just to get a good comparison. But so far, counsel over Fiskars. There, we got a good piece off. Nice. Let's work. Come on. Nice. Chipping away. Chipping away. Let's keep it right where it's at. Work. Let's come on. That's a chunk off. Count it. Just picking our pockets. Pick your pockets. Nice. Pick your pocket. Right here. Pick your pocket. One more time. Come on. I'm not going for the middle split. Just going for the chunk. Just going for a chunk. There we go. Pick your pockets. Now we're going to go for the middle. There we go. Come on. That's work. Let's break down again. Boss them down. Boss them down. Let's work. Here we go. Like I said, this is the X27. Not my preferred. Oh. See if we can get this thing to stand up. If we don't get it to stand up, we're going to lay them down and bust them in half. It's not my preferred axe. But it's definitely solid. Definitely get the job done. Bust them down. All right. We got this. This is our center cut right here. Center piece. So got to finish busting this one down right here. Come on, let's work. There we go. Again. Again, Danielson. Like I said, it's a 90-degree day today. Or 93. 93 degrees is our high today. It's probably like 85 already right now. Let's work. So I was ready out here early, installing my pull-up bar. Just installed a new pull-up bar on the ground. All right, dug my holes. Had to cut out roots because it's next to a tree. All right, putting that work in. I gotta wait for it to set though. About another hour before it's fully set. Let's get all these pieces cut up properly. All right, we're gonna fill up our cart. My baby, come on. Yeah, these axes are solid work. It's not my preferred, but let's get the job done. Right now, like I said, we're working with the X27. Come on, split it. One more time, split it again. If they don't stand up, lay them down. There we go. That's a good crack right there. Busting up good firewood. And if anybody wasn't here and don't know, all this firewood I got for free, man. All I gotta do is put this work in like this right here. Put a little bit of this type of elbow grease, and I'm heating the home for free, cooking for free. If you're not afraid of a little bit of work, heat the home for free, man. That's what I'm into. You know? And it's important, all right? Because I tweaked the back one time lifting some of this firewood, man. Make sure you get a good posture, good lift. Use your legs, because it doesn't matter. It could be something light. It don't have to be too heavy, and you could tweak the back, man. So when you out here putting that work in, like I'm talking about, you know, don't be down here so much like down and up like that. Bend them knees. You know, if you can do something like this, like sit down on something, pick something up, do that. You know, whatever makes it easier for you and maintains good posture. But use them legs. Lift with your legs, not with your back. You know, we hear it a lot, but it's important. I'm a bit of a strong dude, but I still tweak my back from something that wasn't even heavy, but just lifting wrong. And I had to go through it for me to really like respect it and learn to be careful with that. You know, heard all my life, but had to go through it for me to be like, oh, that's trauma. As soon as I go to lift something, I'm like, lift it right. Lift it right. Don't play games. You know what happened last time, right? X27. Let's make sure we don't got any comments. We moving on. We split another piece. X27. Fiskars. Okay. Let's put that work in. Let's go. All right. Let's work at it. Easy. Come on. Easy on them. Let's move it. Pick our pockets. There you go. Come on. Yeah, that's what we need. Pick your pocket. Put it back. Again. There we go. Pick your pocket. Yeah, nice. Chipping away. Chipping away. I'm not trying to use too much energy. Sometimes you might get like a missed strike or just not energy. And I'm trying to make this sustainable. All right. Not trying to gas out just so that we cut off every single piece, every single strike. Let's work. Come on. Nice. Pick your pocket. All right, this one looks like it's going to be a tough piece because this doesn't look like straight wood right here. So I'm going to have to put some more gas on there. This is a knotty piece right here. I might have to go in a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, that bounced right off. That's a knotty piece, so I got to go in more. Ooh, that's tough. All right, you know what? I probably got to go in so much that it ain't even worth it. I'm going to chip away around it and that piece as the last piece to get cut off. Work. Work. Come on now. Work. Chipping away. Chipping away. Chipping. Chipping. Yep. That's work right there. Getting good firewood from there. Come on. Count it. Count that. Gotta count it. Gotta count it. Count that. Yep. Count it, folks. Work. Let's pick our pockets. Yeah. Work right around that knot. This comes off. This is the bark just came off. I'm gonna use that too. You know, that dries out. I burn that too. Let's pick our pockets. Come on. Yes. Yes. It's go time. Up. Yep. Yep. Count that. Can we count that? Yeah. Yes. Count it. Uh-huh. Oh, beautiful. It's a nice split right there. Nice split. Uh-huh. Free energy, free firewood. Yeah, count that. Just busting this piece down, working around the knot. Okay, we're getting close to that knotty piece. We're getting close. Might have to bring out that maul. Or flip it over. All right, we're gonna flip it over first. If that doesn't work, then we'll bring out the maul. All right, the Fiskars maul. I only have one maul because it's not my preferred method of chopping wood. Chipped it, chipped it, chipped it. Come on, let's keep working. Oh, that's solid. That's a solid thunk right there. And I can see the grain of the wood is going up and then it starts to curve this way. So these are not straight pieces. All right, we kind of see what's going on right now. So I'm gonna come from this angle right here, see if we can get a piece off because we still got some straight wood grain right there. Let's see. Come on. I don't know how deep it goes and it stays straight, but let's see what we can do. See if we can get at least another piece off. But we're down to the knotty mess right here. We're getting down to it. Come on. One more time. Let's see. Okay, we cracked it. Again. Again. Cracked it. That's work. That's work. And it's all, see it. It's all twisted grain. Yeah, it's all twisted grain. Let's see. Time to get the maul. Let's bring the maul out. All right, Fiskars maul. All right, 8-pound maul. Let's get it. Let's work. It's a tough knotty piece right here. Mauls don't just eat through knotty pieces. Knotty pieces. Oh, we got a chip off. You see? That's part of that knot right there. This right here. Yeah, it's that inside knot. Let's see what this maul can do. Let's work. Come on. Let's work. Yeah. Just straight blunt force trauma on this knotty piece right here. I think that's how it just has to split, man. Just be a straight Neanderthal brute. Just blunt force trauma on the knots. Come on. And it busts up and breaks up that hill. You know, two things can't occupy the same space at one time. So if I displace the wood in a certain space, you know, the wood has to give way by physics. That's just how it has to work. You know, they both can't occupy the same space. Let's work. Nice. Like I said, straight Neanderthal blunt force trauma. Come on, again. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Because a piece like this can dry, but I want to break it down just a little bit more so I know that it can fit inside a wood burning stove. Let me see if I can just get at least another piece off of here. I'll be happy. Come on. Come on. Make me feel like I'm Thor out here. Come on. Let's work. We got a piece off. A mini chunk though. I'm not satisfied with the mini chunk. All right, come on. It's a piece. This is a knotty piece. I might have to lay it down and see what the lay down does. See if I can get a good angle on it. Okay. I'll take it from the side. Let's see. Again. Again. Keep working. Again. Keep working. Again. This is a tough piece right here. Let's try from this side. Oh man, this is a tough piece of wood right here. Let's go from the top again. Come on. Oh, that felt like a lot of handle on that one. Come on, let's go. All right, so look, we're gonna call it a wrap on that piece right here, because I also have the reciprocating saw that it'll take a little bit of time, but I can cut through that with the reciprocating saw and not be a big deal. I shouldn't spend too much time, too much energy trying to split one knot. It's just not smart. So any other pieces that need resplitting, downsize back to the X27. Let's work. Here we go. Split it. Nice. Way more efficient. Way more efficient. Because time equals money. Let's see. Anything else? Split this one. Nice. X27 eats right through the wood. Like I said, it's just not my preferred axe, simply because it doesn't have enough axe head. For no other reason besides it doesn't have enough axe head and a fiberglass handle. Not a fan of fiberglass handle. All right. You're going to eat a lot of reverb with these fiberglass handles. Let's see what we're talking about. All right. All right, doesn't look like anybody in here. All right, time to tune out. I'll see you on the next one. Maybe the algorithms aren't treating me nice. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good Sunday.